Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing lots of different things. We're going to be talking about live streams, and I kind of have a new setup going on as well. Also, we're going to be doing a family class/assessment. You know, the whole point of this is to make sure that we stay active inside. Now, Master Left will be going over a lot more of that in a little bit here. But first, before the stream starts, I need you to grab a couple things. So first things first, I need you to grab a paper and a pencil, or a pen, whatever works best for you. This is to write down your times and stretches, so that way you can really see that you've improved. If you don't write down anything, it's hard to see growth. The next thing that you need is a tape measure or Scotch tape. Now, tape measure being preferable. We're going to be measuring our stretches out, and we want to make sure that we can see how far we get each time. With that being said, if you don't have a tape measure, because I know a lot of people don't, you can use Scotch tape to mark the ground, and you can measure with a ruler later, or you could make indicators on your floor with Scotch tape, nothing permanent please, so you're able to see that you've improved your stretch. It's not really about the written measurement, but more that you're getting more and more flexible. Next thing you need is a partner or family member. This will be good for writing down recordings, but then also for some of the things that we're doing, being able to have them on hand is important. Not only that, you don't have to be a part of the studio. You don't even have to have a belt to do this. So parents, if you want to hop on in and stay fit as we're going through this quarantine time, that would be wonderful. And finally, a good attitude. Now, there's no other option for this one. To start the whole stream, to go through it, I want you to approach it with a happy and positive attitude. I know there's a lot of negative things going on, but I really want to make sure that Taekwondo is always one that is positive. So without further ado, I'm going to switch it over to Master Luft.
Thank you, Master Nick. So today we're going to talk about four things. We're going to talk about our vision for our online training. We're going to do some assessments today. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to measure three things: number of push-ups, your straddle stretch, and number of kicks over a chair today. We're going to have a great class on stretching. This is designed for 3 to 99 years old. I do this warm-up for my class every Sunday. I have 3-year-olds participating, and I even have people as old as 58 years old participating. Wonder who that is. And lastly, we're going to talk about how to create some good habits. So before we get started though, I just wanted to say how very grateful I am that you're joining me here today. This is a stressful time, and it could be very easy to say, let's just take a break. But the fact that you're here, you're giving our online training a chance, you're listening to our couple of classes, we really hope that you continue with the online training. It means a lot to me and the instructors. So let's talk about the vision of our online training. First of all, Master Nick, I thought you did a fantastic job with your Ninja and Dragons classes yesterday, the White, Yellow, and Orange Belt classes yesterday. We've had 119 views on your Ninja and Dragons class, so I would say for our beta test, that's a pretty good out of the block start for our online training. So we have a couple of goals, and first and foremost is safety. The next 15 days, the CDC is saying it's very critical for the spread of this virus. It's very important that we all do our part. We're going to try to be a part of your family and your working out and your routine. So that first and foremost is we're keeping everybody safe. Second, we really want to offer an outlet where you can continue to keep your good habits. You're training, you're working out, you're progressing, and we want to create an avenue that you can continue to do that. So how do you do that online? Well, first and foremost, we're going to keep true to our core values. Our core values are quality training, integrity, and family culture. So we're doing this family training today because it's part of our core values. We're also going to commit to you that we're going to keep our promise to you as a student, which is self-defense, confidence, respect, fitness, and fun. So how do you do that online? We're going to have a robust online training curriculum. We have a variety of instructors that are excited to help out, excited to offer a variety of different techniques and skills. We're going to have a consistent and reliable schedule of online training. If you miss online, they're recorded, so you can always go back and take a class that you missed, or take a class twice. And lastly, we're going to be consistent with the fact that we're going to keep high integrity over a program. You're going to be able to progress online. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but we're going to keep the integrity of our training strong. So before we start the assessments, I want to talk about a book I just finished. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear. Amazing book. I think it's very relevant to what we're trying to do here. The coronavirus has really disrupted everybody's routines, and routines are very important, not just for adults, but also for kids. So one thing that he said that just resonates with me, you gotta show up, you gotta try hard, and don't quit. But we're humans, you might miss a day, that's okay, but don't miss 2 days in a row. I highly recommend the book, it's Atomic Habits by James Clear. All right, are we ready to do assessment? So our first assessment are gonna be push-ups. So Master Nick, come on out here with me. Yesterday, Master Nick talked about a push-up should almost be like a punch. So your elbows are tight to your body, they go straight out. So that is the same technique that you use with a push-up. So you're not pushing up with your arms outside your body, it's just like a punch. Also, we're gonna do push-ups on our fists. Didn't see that coming, did you, Nick?
No sir, I was trying to win the push-up.
That's right, I'm gonna win this push-up contest. So when you do push-ups on your wrist, just like a punch, you gotta have a tight fist, you gotta have a straight wrist. You can't do push-ups on your fist if your wrists are bent in either direction, and you can't do push-ups on your fist if you have a fist that's not tight and hard as a rock. So first of all, are you ready to start the clock?
Yes sir.
Are you gonna do push-ups with me?
I'll try to, sir.
All right. So if you could go on the ground, we're gonna do 15 seconds.
Ready?
Go in a plank position and say go.
Go! And time.
So that was push-ups. I did 37, by the way.
Oh, that's impressive, sir.
I gotta catch my breath. All right, next is our straddle stretch. But before we do straddle stretch, we're gonna warm up our joints. So first, put your feet together. Bend your knees over your toes as far as you can bend them. Do big circles.
Yeah, sir, I'm just beat from all those push-ups.
And opposite. Very important to warm up the ligaments before you go into stretching. Feet shoulder width. Gonna do 10 knee bends. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. Before you stretch, you want to warm up your body 2 to 3 degrees. Big circles with your hips. And opposite. We're working our way up the body. Twist. Other side. One more. Good. And arms all the way forward. Backwards. Right arm forward, left arm backwards. And switch. This is differentiation of movement. It's actually very good for young minds. Helps with brain hierarchy. Good. Shake out your hands. Fingertips straight toward the floor. Drop your chin. Look up and to the right. Down and up and to the left. Up and to the right. Up and to the left. All right, now we're going to warm up our body. Shake out your legs. Give them nice tight fists. Going to bring knees to elbows.
And just a heads up, we are going to be having brown and red and purple, green, and blue classes tomorrow.
Very good. And opposite sides. And same sides. Good. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Let's do the straddle stretch measurement.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we want the floor cam. There we go. So Master Nick, straddle stretch. Spreading out both legs. Toes are straight up in the air. We're going to just do some dynamic stretching. So rock back and forth. Grab the right, left, right, left, right, left. Reach out as far as you can with both fingers. So use your pointer fingers and point on the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale and move your fingers away from your body. Deep breath. One more deep breath. Good.
Please no more deep breaths.
So now we're going to take or measure everybody's stretch. And if you don't have time to do this right now, that's okay. Get your measurements immediately after this. So you take the furthest part of the outside of the foot, and that becomes your measurement. All right, sir, exhale. And go. Right, on your feet.
Yes, sir.
Shake out your legs. All right, the last assessment of the day are chair kicks. So grab a kitchen chair. Put your hand against the wall, against the table. Pick up your leg.
15 seconds, sir.
15 seconds.
Ready?
Hand straight out. Toes are lower than your heel. Knee back to your chest. Back out. Knee back to your chest.
Ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, and begin. Ooh, problem with the timer. There we go. We'll do 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
21. How did you do?
I think I got the thousands again, sir.
So we should have 3 numbers on our sheet for everybody that's done the assessment. How many push-ups did you do? How many inches in your straddle stretch? Am I still on, Master Nick?
You are still on.
Okay. And lastly, how many chair kicks did you do with the side kick? Very simple, just 3 numbers. If you do this every day, by the time we open back up the school, you'll be amazed with how many you can do. All right, let's start stretching.
Yes, sir.
All right, so stretching, we're gonna start laying down. There we go. Then we're gonna go to knees, then we're going to go to feet. All right, palms flat on the floor, both feet flat on the floor, rock your knees to the right, and back to the left. Rock your knees to the right, and back to the left. One more time. Good, take your left knee, put both hands behind your knee, pull your chest, knee to your chest. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Circle your toes.
And sir, do you know when the next black belt class is?
We're going to do tomorrow.
Oh, so black belt class tomorrow, we're going to do and brown and red.
Good. Take your right foot, push your heel away from your body. And relax. If you can, grab your toe. Good. Same thing with the right foot. Grab your knee, pull it to your chest. This is static stretching. Rotate your right foot. This becomes dynamic stretching. Straighten your heel toward the ceiling. Relax. This is static stretching. And down. While on your back with both of your heels together, grab the edge of your foot. Pull your heels in toward your body. Good. And sit up. Now we're going to do a series while sitting. Put your left leg in, right leg out. Deep breath. Exhale. Reach forward. Deep breath. Exhale. Move forward. One more time. And relax. You want to stay in a stretching position until all of your muscles relax. Do any of you feel your muscles doing this? Shaking? You got to breathe and relax. All right, take your right leg, move it back. Your right foot, shoestrings are toward the floor. Be careful that with this one, bring your right foot all the way back. and relax. Now bring your right foot all the way around. Pull your knee toward your chin. Take your left hand, put it in the air. Bring it to the other side. Twist your upper body. And back. Right, now let's do the other leg. Pull your right leg in. Bring your chest toward your toes. Deep breath. Exhale. Every time you exhale, relax all your muscles and expand your stretch. Deep breath. Good. Take your left leg, pull it back. Your shoestring of your left leg is facing the floor. You want to lean back, no pressure on your knee, but feel the quad stretch. Bring your left foot straight back. Both hands forward. Bring your foot all the way around. Pull your chest toward, your knee toward your chest. Raise your right hand, put it on the other side, and twist. Good. Butterflies. Pull your heels in toward your body. Deep breath. Push your knees down. Now we're going to do some isometric stretching. With your elbows, push your knees down. With your knees, force your knees up. See what's stronger, your knees or your elbows. Take a deep breath. Exhale and relax your knees. When I started Taekwondo, my instructor used to put both of his feet on my knees.
Would you like me to do that now, sir?
We don't do that anymore.
We can have a real throwback class in a couple of seconds here if you'd like.
Good. Now we're going to do a series from our knees. Put both shoestrings against the floor. Just sit back on your heels. Good. Sit on your feet. Shake them out. Put your left leg over your right leg. We got a series from a standing position. Stretch to the ceiling. Deep breath. And down. Every time you exhale, relax your back muscles. Look at your kneecaps. If you can, walk forward on your fingertips. Keep your knees straight. And up. Right leg over left. Stretch. Exhale down. Touch the floor. Look at your kneecaps. And up. Go double wide. Hands in front. Rock back and forth. This is dynamic stretching. And hold on the right. Walk your hands over, hold on the left. Drop your head to the floor. Good, and up. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Turn your entire body towards the left. Go into a deep runner stance. Now we're going to drop your back knee to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a tough one. We're going to raise our front heel 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Set your back knee down. Move your back knee back and go into the American splits. Now there are different body types. Some body types allow you to go straight down into the American splits. I don't happen to have one of those body types. But if you do have a good body type, and you did this set of exercise every day, you would be in the full American splits in 60 days. Now, walk your hands to the right, deep runner stance, drop your back knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll up on your front heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set your back knee down. Walk your back knee back. Relax in the American splits. And back to the center. Rock back and forth. And up. Shake out your legs.
As much as you would like.
And that's our stretch for the day.
Sounds good, sir.
Very good. I hope you're all feeling great. Like I said, that's a quick series. It's about a 20-minute stretch. And if you do that 20-minute stretch every day, and you have the right body type, you'll be in the full American splits in 60 days. Anything to add, Master Ruff?
No, sir. I feel amazing after the stretch. It's kind of like I bought a brand new pair of shoes.
Those are my shoes.
Do you want to do questions from the chat? Do you have anything else to warm up?
Yeah, let's do some questions from the chat.
All right. So if you have any questions, feel free to type in the chat. Miss Carrie will be telling us it, and we'll answer it live for you. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know.
Good. So let me talk a little bit about progression, how we can progress while we're not in the studio. We built into our system a design where we can track attendance and we can track stripes on our website in the student portal. So when you return, we'll have a record that any instructor will be able to award your stripes for your time off. So let me talk about the white stripe a little bit. Well, our white stripe is for self-defense. How many of you are more worried about walking outside and getting put in a chokehold, or are you more worried about walking outside and possibly catching the coronavirus? Well, that's obvious. It's the coronavirus, right? So we're changing our white stripe from the grab defense for a couple of reasons. One, you can't really do the grab defense at home if you're working out by yourself. Two, even when you come back into the studio, we might not be doing the grab defenses right away. And three, the best way you can defend yourself right now is to have clean habits. So our white stripe is wash your hands, don't touch your face, and cover your mouth when you cough. That's our white stripe. So parents, you're going to be home with your kids. We're going to look at the white stripe as something that you can award your kids with the white stripe. I'll be sending out an email exactly how you can enter it into the portal, or you can simply email me at tim@kicksareus.com and I'll enter it into the portal. So that's our white stripe. The green stripe remains the same. So it's a home help. Okay, green stripe is home help. The brown stripe, you obviously can't attend seminars because we can't have gatherings of more than 10 people. So brown stripes is attending 5 online training classes. If you attend 5 online training classes, we track it in our portal, we'll award you your brown stripe. And lastly, the red stripe, you obviously can't put on all your gear and spar at home, especially if you're training by yourself. We're going to have online sparring classes. If you attend the online sparring class, you will get your red stripe. Now for blue stripe, pad drill stripe, we're looking at doing videos and you email into us. We'll evaluate the video on email and then award you stripe in the portal. So we've got a good plan to give you stripes, help you progressing, and reward you as you continue to work at home. Any questions?
Yes.
A couple. So one person asked.
Lily
Gregorian asked, is Master Wagner going to be teaching any classes?
Yes, thank you for asking that. Master Wagner and Master Murphy are putting together their online training. They're going to start those next week. The schedules are going to be published next week. They're going to be doing online training on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know you guys do stripes differently than PAMA and UMAC, and that's okay, but we will be following up with Master Wagner exactly how they can track your progression. But great question.
Lily was also wondering about the online black belt classes.
We will have online black belt classes. Those, we actually have the videos ready, and we got to get the videos uploaded on our student portal as well. But PAMA and UMAC are looking to start their online classes. Tomorrow we're going to have our first black belt class, and then next week we'll be finalizing the schedule, but I believe our black belt classes are going to be on Mondays, later at night, but look for email for the exact schedule.
And Kelly Riggle is wondering about the brown and red class.
Kelly, great question. We're going to have our brown and red belt class, our first online class, tomorrow, led by Master Nick.
And and Victor
That's
is
me.
doing for both Master Left and Master Nick. Victor, where's your last name, Victor?
Victor Spagnola,
Yes.
Junior.
Hi, Victor.
All right, and then you have every one of your students have posted their chair kicks, their push-ups, their measurements, and the stretches.
Oh, very
They
good.
all
So
posted their measurements, and they all did amazing.
it sounds like, did anybody do more than 37 push-ups?
Let me see.
Let me check real fast. I
So,
can see one from
thanks for
Master
posting
Nick.
your measurements online. The most important part of that is keep your record of it. Write a goal. So in 3 weeks, or think about on April the 1st, how many push-ups can you do? One of the fun things they talk about in Atomic Habits is you need to make your habits fun. And one fun thing that you can do that might solve 2 habits at one time is every time you touch your face, do 10 push-ups. You'll start to realize that you are touching your face more than you knew you were touching your face, and you'll start to get, if you don't change your habit, you're going to start doing a lot of push-ups.
Lauren Karsh and Rohini are asking about Taekwondo classes.
Lauren Karsh, great question on Taekwondo classes. I know Master Miller is looking at a couple of things since it's a smaller group, looking at doing things like Zoom to have classes online so that you can get your stripes in real time with Master Miller. So that's a great question. Any other questions?
They've loved your ideas about the stripes and the stripes. Lots of praises for you. Victor is doing his punches at home and for his yellow, and then and he did ask what he needs to do for his blue for forms.
For your blue stripe, great question. If you take a camera phone video of doing the blue stripe, I know it might be tough in some living rooms. You could even do it outside in your driveway. As long as I'd love to see you in your uniform when you do that. Send a video in your uniform. If you send it to tim@kicksorus.com, I'll evaluate it. That's a good way to start. And then for and I might have like Master Miller and Master Nick and Nick Spears and Michael Lemire. We might all start taking place in some evaluation for stripes.
Jessica Bryant is wondering about recording kicks for black stripes.
Same thing for black stripes. So the black stripe, each belt has their own kick. I know you don't have boards to break, but we can tell a technique if it'll break a board or not. So we'll take that same approach with the black stripe that we're doing with the blue stripe, which is sending in the video.
All right, final question.
Final question?
This is from Suresh. He or she asks, can Taekwondo go to black belt classes online? Or can somebody participate in an online class above their belt rank?
That's a good question.
That is a great question. I don't see why not. We have our videos online that you can like yellow belts can see what blue belts are training on. Yellow belts can always practice blue belt stuff. You can attend any class that you want to attend. So more knowledge, more practice is always good. We're not going to restrict the training of anything that you want to work on. So if you want to see what the black belts are training on, feel free to log in.
If I can add that in. Black belts, that means that you can also go do the basic classes, the beginners, white, yellow, and orange. You probably may pick up a couple more things.
So does that count toward their class totals though?
That's a great question. So you can attend any class, but you only get class credit for classes for your belt rank.
All right. Any closing remarks, Master Left?
No, just once again, I know this is a tough time. I'm so grateful that you all joined us today. It means a lot to me and all the instructors. And I'm going to work hard to improve some of the habits I have, and I hope you do the same. Thank you, everyone.